Hi, my name is Nicholas. Welcome to today's yin practice. For today, I'd suggest having a strap nearby. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt or just anything that's kind of strap-like. And a couple hard blocks will likely come in handy as well. I'll invite you to get started down on the back and have your strap nearby because we'll use that near the beginning. And set yourself up in any kind of a Shavasana-like shape, any comfortable, symmetrical, and quiet shape for the body, any arm expression you like. And take a moment to settle the hips into space, the shoulders, give the head a gentle rock. And give the hands, the feet a little fidget, and then let them find their stillness as they're ready. If it feels okay to close down the eyes, then go for it. Otherwise, a soft gaze. And gently start to follow the breath in and out of the body. And only when you feel ready to move again, gently wiggle the fingers and toes once again. Give the head a gentle rock side to side. And now look around and we'll find the strap. You might bring the left foot to the floor and then we'll loop the right foot with the strap. So find somewhere that feels comfortable, maybe near the ball of the foot or a little further up or down. Just take a moment to find something that feels comfortable and then give yourself enough slack with the hands that the shoulders can stay grounded the whole time. The left leg can stay as it is. If you prefer to re-extend the left leg, then go for it. And then gently with the breath, start to pedal the right ankle. As you're ready, coming back to center, we'll take both ends of the strap into the left hand. And again, give yourself enough slack that that left shoulder stays grounded. You might bring the right hand to the right side of the pelvis or out to the right as a counterweight. We're not finding a twist here, more finding a stretch for the IT band. So start to take the right foot over to the left, but keep that right side of the pelvis grounded, and you'll start to feel a sensation through the outside of that right leg. And again, if you need to adjust, maybe that left elbow wants to find the floor. Breathe into whatever you're feeling through this right side. And then notice what you're feeling as well. If it feels really intense and you need to back out, you can always do that as well. And to help yourself out, you might take the right hand to the strap and slowly bring the leg back to center. And now our counter pose will be to take the right foot down to the right any amount. So maybe left hand out to the left or to the left hip. You might also wing that left knee out to the left as a counterweight. But start to lower the right leg towards the right any amount. and see what the side feels like. If the option is there to lower the elbow, you might be able to make kind of a kickstand for yourself. You could also use props here. So if you have a couple hard blocks, maybe you're supporting the right thigh. And breathe into whatever you're feeling through that inside line of the right leg. And tone the belly. Maybe use the left hand to help yourself bring that right leg up to center. And then release the right leg, extend it long down the mat, extend the left leg as well for a moment, and just pause here. You might notice the differences between the two legs. And as you're ready to rebend the knees, and we'll loop the left foot this time. Find whatever feels the most comfortable. Give yourself slack with the hands. And then just a few times with your breath, start to pedal the heel, pointing and flexing the foot. And finding stillness as you're ready, let the arms be heavy for a moment. And then both straps into the right hand, maybe left hand to the hip or out to the side. Just start to take the right foot or the left foot over to the right until you can find that stretch through the outside line of that left leg. And the left hip stays heavy the whole time. The tone to the belly, maybe the help of the left arm, bring the leg back up to center. And make sure you have enough room on this side. Maybe wringing that right knee out towards the right. Start to let the left leg lower down to the left. If the option is there, to kickstand the arm for support, and then use the right arm however you need. Breathe into whatever you're feeling through that inside line of the left leg. Any way you can, bringing that leg back up to center. And then unlooping the left foot and re-extending the legs down the mat. And pausing for a moment just to notice. From here, rolling onto one side, finding a fetal position. With the support of the hands, coming up to find a seat, and then straight away we'll swing the legs around to find tabletop. Now for tabletop, make sure that you have your hard blocks nearby. We'll take both the hard blocks and set them up somewhere between the ankles, and we'll set up our cow face pose, so you can have your strap nearby as well, so you can use that for the arm expression. So from tabletop, we'll bring the right knee forward first and take the right foot over to the left, and then the left knee behind the other one, take the left foot over to the right. And then from here, you can start to walk yourself back and then find your prop so you can make yourself a seat. Now, a couple blocks might feel too high, so as long as the pelvis feels level, if you want to experiment with taking one or even both blocks away, you're welcome to do that. But if you find yourself leaning to one side, or if it adds too much pressure to hip, knee, ankle, maybe low back, then I would suggest having a little bit more height. You can also see what feels good for the feet. Some people like to take the feet a little further apart. It just changes the angles a little bit. We will hold this breath or this pose for a couple of minutes, so find something that feels sustainable as well. So one option is to stay exactly here, any arm expression. If you want to add the equivalent arm expression to it, take your strap into the right hand, reach the right arm towards the ceiling, and then bend the right elbow, so hand towards the back of the neck. This is the half bind. For the full bind, reach the right arm out, thumb pointing down, and then bend that elbow so you can catch the other end of the strap. Now the option from here is to walk the hands a little closer together, but if you're doing so and you find that you're losing the space from the chest, then maybe you want to give yourself a little more room. And gently release the arms if you have the bind. Come out slowly and then roll the shoulders up and down and back a couple of times. Switch to the opposite direction. And we'll exit the way we came in, so delicately rolling over the knees, coming to your tabletop position. We'll set up for the second side straight away. So switching the legs, this time the left knee will be in front, left foot over to the right, right knee right behind it, right foot to the left. And gently walk yourself back. I would suggest starting off with both the blocks in case this side needs a little bit more room. And then take your time. You can remove, you can adjust, and see what angle you like your shins at. If you like to walk the feet a little wider, go for it. Grounding down the pelvis, keep the spine tall, the shoulders soft. And the first option to stay exactly here. Or if you're coming with me for the bind, take the strap to the right arm first, right arm towards the ceiling, and bend the elbow. Left arm out to the left, thumb pointing down, and bend the left elbow, catch the other end. And maybe walking the hands a little bit closer together. Find your expression, and then close down the eyes or soften the gaze, and follow the breath. Gently releasing the arms first. And roll the shoulders a couple times each direction. And then just like before, gently rolling over the knees, coming to your tabletop position. And then see what feels like a nice release here. You could take a few rounds of cat-cow. You might choose to take hip circles, just a few rounds in each direction, and checking in with the hips, seeing what they need. And then when you're ready, coming back to your tabletop, and we'll tuck the toes underneath and start to bring the hips towards the heels, and then walk the hands a little closer to the knees. Now check in with the toes, make sure that the little toes are also tucked under so that they aren't left out, and then start to walk the hands in a little bit closer. Maybe you can start to come upright. This will feel intense for the feet, but you don't want it to feel excruciating. So if it feels like too much at any point, you can bring the hands back down to the floor. You could also use some props to lean into to take some of the pressure out. You can also give yourself breaks whenever you need by lifting the hips up a little bit. If you find yourself in a place where you can close down the eyes and follow the breath, then go for it. We're here for a few more breaths, so you can continue to give yourself breaks as needed. Otherwise, we'll give the wrists a little bit of a stretch out here as well. So send the right arm forward, right fingertips towards the floor, and then using the left hand, start to draw the fingertips towards yourself. Find a stretch through the outside of the wrist here. And then gently release that. Keep the fingers pointing down, but now the back of the hand forward. The same kind of stretch. Thinking about the wrist, not thinking about the feet. All right, second side, start off, palm points away, fingers down. And then release, back of the hand forward. All right, releasing hands to the floor, release the feet. Untuck, and then give the tops of the feet just a tap to shake them out. And now from here, hips towards the heels, find your rock pose. Make sure that this feels comfortable for you. If you need an extra prop between hips and heels, or if the tops of the feet are a little sensitive and you want a prop or something underneath them, then go for it. Notice your body here. Is there anything that's still kind of holding on from that last pose? Maybe letting that go if you can. And then when you feel ready to move again, you can move any props out of the way. We'll come to lying down on the back. Just have at least one of your hard blocks with you. Making your way down any way you like. Once you do touch down, we'll set up the feet roughly underneath the knees, setting up for a front body stretch so you can lift the pelvis up. Place 1 or 2 blocks underneath the pelvis. Find somewhere that feels comfortable for you. And then from here, you can stay as you are or extend the legs long down the mat. If you like to add the arms, maybe reaching them up the mat into any comfortable expression. You can let the feet be soft here. If you want to let the feet kind of flop out or in, go for it. Let the body get really heavy. Gently walk the feet back in. And once they're underneath the knees, lift the hips just enough that you can slide your prop out of the way. Maybe taking the feet a little wider, resting the knees in together. And see if your body is asking for any last quiet shape or movement. Go for it. Otherwise, re-extend the legs. We'll set up for Shavasana. Any comfortable symmetrical expression on your back or anywhere else. Making any adjustments that you need and taking a moment to settle yourself in. And gently bring your attention back to the space. And wiggle the fingers and the toes. Give the head a rock side to side. Circle wrists and ankles. And rolling on to whichever side you have more room whenever you feel ready to. Maybe pausing here for a breath or two. And as you're ready with the support of the hands, coming up to find any comfortable seated position. And perhaps connecting the hands at the heart. And thank you for sharing your yin practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice. And my name is Nicholas. If you have any questions, please reach out and enjoy the rest of your day.